All right, we're back. So, let's enter this town. I just realized also, by the way, before we get too far into this rabbit hole, I need to take a drink. You can see it. This thing is blinking down there. Now it's all good. But I also need to refill my water bottle. So what I'm going to do is try and get down to the coast if I can. And we're going to have to try and do that very carefully because as you can see, there's walkers everywhere. Everywhere. Look at this guy. Fucking everywhere. So, let's try and zigzag. So let's actually cut around the town. Fuck, they're everywhere though. You know what I mean? Like they are just like all over the fucking place. I'm just so nervous about trying to cut through town because in the past, the zombies have just literally, they've just come out of the woodwork. Like fucking out of nowhere. And that's what would happen in real life, you know? People are always like, well, what the fuck was that? You hear that, right? Huh. Nervous about this, to be honest, but let's just try and see if we can't just kind of sneak by like so. Oh, fuck, there's a guy coming right at me. This is way too hot. Sorry, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah. It's a little risky, to be honest. I mean, you know, a lot of these people who talk about... I'm just going to run along the woods, you know? Because, I mean, honestly, going through a city like that is just a nightmare. And it is not safe, and it is definitely not smart. I mean, just within view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zombies, and on the other side there was another 7 or 8. I didn't even bother counting because there were so many. So I'm just gonna run through woods, pretty quick pace here. Hopefully we can just kind of circumvent this whole clusterfuck, get down to the water, and get ourselves refilled on that water bottle. And then maybe we can just follow the coast for a little bit and try and hit a town that has, you know, something going on as far as like a warehouse or something. It actually looks like there's a warehouse down there, or it might be a barn. I'm not sure. I'm just looking. Yeah, it looks promising actually. I don't know. Let's see if there's less zombies down here than there were in the other spot. No, it's just a large house. Yeah, fuck that. Not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there was a way to, you know, get across here without being seen necessarily. Other survivors can be very, very dangerous. I had a guy yesterday. I was sitting on, you know, you can watch the footage, but I ran across this hospital, or this outside area, and I ran into this hospital, and there were zombies everywhere, and they're all like snagging at me and like attacking. I was screaming. I was like, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh, I gotta get up there! I gotta get up to the highest point," because the fucking town was like totally jacked. There was zombies were everywhere, and what ended up happening was I got another dude who was with me on the top of that building, right? Like you had to climb up ladders and stuff to get there. The top of the hospital. We hear these bullets whizzing by, so we both drop down. He gets hit. He's bleeding. I mean, this guy's still shooting at us while we're just lying there prone, and bullets are like hitting the top of the cement and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, do you have any ammo? Because at that point, I was totally out of everything, and my bag had disappeared, and all this crazy shit was going on. And he's like, no, man, I don't have any ammo. I don't have any crossbow bolts because I had been using the crossbow. And then the fucking connection just like crapped out. Very frustrating time for it to do that. So what ended up happening was that we decided to kind of do a like, I don't know. like when I came back, I was still up there, obviously, but I was on a different server. So there was like a, I don't know, it was night on this other server, and I had to throw a flare and like defend myself, and you know, it was very it was a memorable moment, you know, and I feel like you get a lot of those kind of moments in this game, you know, these little stories. There's actually a Reddit group that is dedicated just to stories. Like, hey, dude, this happened to me. Oh, yeah, really? I happen to be the guy that killed you. Here's how it happened from my perspective. Stuff like that, you know. And it's cool, you know. It's cool. It's a very it's very much one of those games where if you like those old MUD interface games where it's just like text and then you say something or you say the right word and it's all based on perception and stuff like that. Because some people could look at this and be like, oh, well, there's no content. Fuck that shit. It's like, well, you know, actually there's a shit ton of content. I mean, what really makes this game is the interactions with other players and your own kind of imagination. Like, you know, if there's like a... yesterday I was kind of heading towards the power station because I thought it would be like a good bet because, you know, whatever. And I saw some power lines. I'm like, okay, well, I'll follow the power lines there. Maybe there are more people. And there's this whole like storyline that was happening inside of my head, and I was you know, kind of talking about a little bit of it. And it was just like, it was really fun. And it's a really cool game. You just have to kind of think that way, right? Like you're a character on the road, like in a Cormac McCarthy book or something. So, all right. If you haven't noticed, we're still kind of like running, and not a lot is happening. We've got a goat up there. I thought it was a person for a second. That's why I paused. You can always tell if I like see something that's really creepy or nervousness inducing if I pause mid-sentence and I just go silent. But we've been running. I see another town coming up ahead. So we're going to see if this town has any sort of warehouses or, oh yeah, this looks very promising. Look at this. There's a big warehouse right there. I can see it. It's like a shipyard. This might even be that, yeah, I think this is Electro, actually. So when we come back, we're going to be going into Electro. We're going to see if we can find anything there. I know for a fact that these warehouses do have things in them because I've gone into them before from this kind of direction, actually, because I had spawned nearby. So we'll find some stuff in there, hopefully. We're about maybe 300 meters away, so we should be there in a second. All right, we'll be right back.